Are you an overthinker? Do you think you're the only person that sits around and tries to keep doing action steps, but then runs into fear or overthinking and then backpedals and puts it off till tomorrow or the next day? You're not alone. So in this video, I really want to give you 3 simple steps that I found for me personally, the easiest ways to really start to be able to take some action and stop overthinking so much. So the first thing here is really simplifying your goals. Look at your goals and really break them down to the super simple bite-sized pieces that are very easy to take action on. For me, overthinking in the beginning always happened when my goals were too big and I was overthinking, looking at the whole goal, the end result, and it would put me in paralysis analysis and I wouldn't take any action, right? There's a lot going on, and in some of my other videos, I've talked a lot about the terror barrier and what's really going on in the regards to when you get to that action step that you haven't been able to take yet. So you could find that video. In this video, I'm just going to give you 3 simple steps that I believe to really start. And the first is simplifying your goals, right? This will really help you stop overthinking so much. I really want you to be aware that anything you're doing towards your goal is a good thing. It's either going to show you things that are working for you or things that aren't working for you. You need both of these to get to the next level. I really believe that we overestimate what we can do in a year and we underestimate what we can do in the next 5 or 10 years. And a lot of times we just want this instant gratification, or we want our plan to work the first time, right? Read some biographies. That's not reality, right? We can't get to where we want to go as the person we are. We have to stretch and grow and learn. And that comes through failure, which comes through repetition, taking actions every day towards where you want to go. But if you're not taking actions because you're overthinking constantly, it's a really good habit to start refining your goals down to super simple goals so you can take action every day on those goals. The next thing is overthinking always comes from future thought. It's when you're in the present, you're not overthinking. When you're in the present, you can see what needs to be done and you can look at the next action step and take the next action step. Worry and doubt creeps in when we're in the future, right? And that's what most of us do most of the time. We're looking into the future or we're living in the past. We're looking in the past at things that didn't work out, which is making us have worry and doubt, and we're imagining a future outcome that's not going to work out. So you really need to reel yourself back to the present moment. And in the beginning, this can be every day. You have to do this continuously, right? You have to find your mind wandering and reel it back to the present moment. And this work does work. That is doing work. Your mindset is extremely important when you're trying to get somewhere that you haven't been before. The next is trust the process. And I know this sounds cliche. Overthinking a lot of times comes from wanting to have control over everything that happens. And I'm going to tell you from my personal experience, that'll keep you stuck. You won't take the big actions that you need to be taking because you're going to want to have control of every outcome that happens off of those action steps. The best thing I found for me personally is to let go and just let life kind of happen and keep taking my action steps and keep looking back and refining every night. Hey, I took these 3 action steps today and I've been doing this every day for a week. Am I any closer? Am I further? Are these action steps making my thoughts worse, making my thoughts better? Am I feeling better, right? You reflect all of it. I personally had to get to where I wasn't fighting things. To me, fighting negates, right? It needs to be a seamless, easy, something I feel good about. So I would make these action steps super simple. And it's the repetition of just doing these action steps, and then they compound. And eventually a month, 3 months, 6 months has gone by, and you've really start noticing how much closer you are to your goal. And I've had goals that I was fixated on, and as I got closer to that goal, it lost its luster. It wasn't as important to me anymore. But I realized another goal, something that was similar, that I probably was really what I was after the whole time, but I didn't refine my goal enough to actually see that before I put all these little action steps in. And all of that work works, I promise you. It's not a waste of time. Any money and any time you spend on yourself, this is the new currency. The whole landscape has changed. The world has gotten smaller, it has not gotten bigger. 70% of the world has fast internet now, right? The business has changed, right? And when countries start passing laws and mandating things, people with money can just move to a different country. Like, the game has changed. I'm not trying to communicate with someone in my own city anymore. I don't have to worry about that. I can communicate with 7 billion people. So the landscape has changed a lot. So don't be so worried that there's not going to be an audience for you. There's so many, you will have ample opportunity, I promise you, if you just keep trying and keep refining and keep working on the goals that you know will get you to where you need to go. Take these little action steps. Trusting yourself is a big thing. There's going to come times when you're like, man, I'm watching too much YouTube and there's too much information and I'm not trusting myself and believing in myself. I'm doing what this person says, then I'm doing what that person says, then I'm doing what that person says. At some point, you're going to have to trust yourself and ask the question, is this the right move for me to make? And it's going to be scary. And you're just going to have to trust the process, right? So just to break this all down, overthinking, everyone does it. We're not unique because we overthink. I want to give you some simple, easy techniques and principles so that you can just slow down, look at it differently, slow your thoughts down, and actually take action steps every day. So simplify your goals, right? Every day. You should be writing your goals out and you simplify them every day. Focus on the present moment, right? And trust the process. So if you found value in this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. If you know anyone who's been working on something and you know some of these things I've talked about are hindering them, please share the video with them, right? It could help them. Please check us out on school. We got a free 30-day self-mastery class that we created. I think it's wonderful. Hopefully you guys could check it out and give some feedback on things we could work on. I'm all about honest criticism, so you're not going to hurt my feelings, right? So I would appreciate it if you guys could leave some questions of some things that you're interested in or wanting more of an understanding on. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.